Hola guys and girls, and welcome to our first analyze kind of video for the GPC. We are a bit sorry that it's this late. We had some trouble with basically with uploading, but here we are. We don't mind that. I hope you too. But at first I didn't even introduce myself. I am Lars, aka Scizor, aka El Storch, coach of the Borussia Dortmund fan. But I'm not the only one here. I got another fellow here from the GPC, and it's...
Hola guys and girls, I am Bob and I am also known as Zorks and I'm the coach of the Cambuur Zygarden. Nice to meet you. Hi.
Yeah, we are basically here to talk about the first week matches, which you should see on the screen basically right now. Yeah, and we just start at the top and go to the bottom. So that's pretty much how this will work.
Yep.
Yeah, so the first match was Tom the Rizzle the Man, aka coach of the Knoxville Beartakes, versus myself, Lars, coach of the Borussia Dortmund fan. And yeah, I can pretty much give you some first-hand experience of the battle. From team matchup wise, I was pretty scared of this Mega Alakazam, which outsped my whole team, even my fastest ones. I pretty much was forced to run a Scarfer or a Buttlock of priority, which sadly my team can't provide. But I still tried with Fake Out Ice Shard Weavile and Quick Attack Mega Sceptile, which both pulled through since they could hit their priority, and in the end Mega Alakazam did go down to that. But it was a very close battle. The first 3 rounds were just predictions around the Hariyama with my Vaporeon and my Amoonguss, and in the end it got down to a 1-0 because my Weavile could clean up his last 2 mons.
Yeah, basically like the first 20-ish turns were a lot of predicting, a lot of scouting between what would the other opponent go for and how would you predict around some threats.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. I got the win. The first win was a Don fan, and it was in the opinion of most people it was the most exciting match, but probably because only it got down to 1-0. It was not really the best competitive wise. We still battled good, but there are others which showed their power too.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's it for this battle. Now we scroll down to Jake, coach of the Buffalon Bills, versus Pierre, coach of the VCU Reshiram. And I think you can start on this one.
You can probably see everything on the screen right now. I can, so... But yeah, Jake versus Pierre, and Jake and Pierre had a really good matchup versus each other, both. Pierre had a big threat in Mega Altaria, which Jake did not really prepare for as well as he could have, I guess. And his only real check, or maybe counter, I guess, he misplayed a little bit. He used it to Will-O-Wisp a Doublade, but like he said himself multiple times, he should have just gone straight for the attack and knocked the thing out. And that's basically one of the plays that made the match a lot easier for Pierre, as that set up the Altaria sweep that was unavoidable, I guess.
Yeah, like I said, he didn't prepare too well. His planned check for Mega Altaria was an offensive Tentacruel, which isn't the best check to Mega Altaria, especially if you have a Toxicroak 2 on your team, which could do the work better because it's faster and stronger than Tentacruel. And yeah, but basically he lost his Talonflame, which was the biggest threat to Pierre's team, versus the Rock Slide of Doublade, which he could easily switch out or 2-hit KO to the Fire Blast. But he didn't, he reloaded and still died.
Yep.
Worth mentioning was too the Specs Meloetta, which O-code Braviary, which surprised Jake too. I think he thought of Assault Vest and Choice Scarf, but not Specs.
Yeah, Specs Meloetta just breaks everything that's not extremely bulky, so it definitely cleared up a lot of space for Pierre on his team.
Yeah. So I think that's it, and we can go down to the next one, which is Kino of the FC Everton versus Richie, coach of the Liverpool FC. And this match was a pretty competitive. I think it was competitive by the best one. There were many predictions, double switches and such, but Kino did win this one in my opinion, or at least at the opinion of most people already in before the battle in team structuring and such, team building.
Yeah, just in team matchup.
Yeah, because Kino, if you did not hear it already from the Twitter or something else, Kino has probably the most threatening offensive core, but Richie is one of the fattest team around, like stall wise or wall wise. But
yeah, synergy wise.
yeah, the biggest problem for him was that Richie brought 2 Scarfers to the battle, which were like his only offensive pokes. And with 2 Scarfers, you are pretty much forced to always predict and always make the plays. Kino could just play safe with his core mons and yeah, got later to pretty much sweep his team with Kirim, what else? What you call it? God damn it. The Victini! There it is, Victini and Mega Lopunny. Richie indeed had a good shot at the end to sweep with Scarfed Mega, not Mega Salamence of course, not Scarfed Salamence with Moxie, but yeah, he just died then to 2 fake outs. Kino just need to sack a few mons to it, and then it was pretty much a sealed deal for Kino over there.
Yeah, like you said, I think Richie would be better off by using his offensive mon not as Scarfers, for example. Of course, he needed to check stuff like Mega Lopunny and other offensive mons on Kino's team. But like the roles of Nidoking and also Salamence are either sweepers or wall breakers, and I think Dragon Dancing Salamence would have done much more to Kino's team than a Scarred Salamence, and same goes for the Nidoking. I think a wall breaking Nidoking, just a life orb set, a standard set, would have done a lot more and broken the defensive course of Kino, which would have meant that he couldn't have played as safe as he could have done.
Yeah,
now.
The Ice Beam from Scarf Nidoking couldn't even 2-hit KO his Zapdos, so he could just boost up on it.
Just a lack of power, it's basically...
Yeah, I think that's for this match. I think we can go now down, and then we have another first-hand experience, this time from you, so go ahead.
Yes, I was playing the Dunsparcenals versus Samuel, so Cambio Zygon versus the Dunsparcenals. And on team matchup, like just the teams that he drafted and that I drafted, I had some threats I didn't want to see, and luckily for me he didn't bring them. So that meant for me that I had a lot of free space and a lot of free prediction wise. I could have more easily win against him. This is also the match that had the biggest score, I guess you could say. It was a 5-0 victory in my favor, and if you watch the battle, then you'll see that I have the upper hand for most of the game, especially since my opponent misplayed a little bit with his only win condition by switching it in on a check of mine, actually, to that win condition. I don't know if you have anything else you want to add to that.
Yeah, sure. The win condition he's talking about is actually Hexerus, which he switched into your Nidoqueen, and it took too much damage from a Sludge Wave, and then after that it was pretty much dead already. And your Reuniclus had like a very good matchup versus the team of Llama, because yeah, he had nothing to kill it, and with the Assault Vest he could just take hits forever, and with the max special attack investment it was pretty much 2 to 3 hit KO everything on Llama's team.
Well, it's also I want to add, Llama probably didn't expect me to bring the set I did bring, because he had mons like Fable, which could 1v1 Reuniclus most of the times, but I used a kind of creative set, I would say, with Future Sight, and with Future Sight I was actually able to break his plan of something like Fable walling me. So
yeah, that was a pretty good idea. He even had the Steel Berry on his Clefable, but Flash Cannon and Future Sight still got pressured him too much.
Yes, basically.
Yeah, okay. With this we can go to the next battle, which was Carter, coach of the Greenville Grow Lives, versus Nacho, coach of the Texas Savage Toros. And in this battle ended in a 2-0 win for Nacho over here, pretty much because Carter made some questionable plays. He played like the beginning was like always a lot of predictions and double switches and such, but Nacho pressured Carter very much with this Subcore Mind Manaphy. Carter had a pretty good counter in Assault Vest Licky Licky, but because of the Assault Vest he has he has no recovery, so it's just a counter for a certain amount of time. You can't expect it to handle Manaphy the whole game. What Carter did what the mistake in my opinion was to like the biggest threat to Nacho's team was his banded Crocodile, because Nacho didn't brought any ground immunity to the battle. It had the potential to 1-hit KO, to 2-hit KO everything on Nacho's team, but he pretty much sacked it and left it in on the mana fee.
Yeah, just in general, Nacho had the matchup advantage because Nacho has mons like Mega Gallade and Manaphy, and Manaphy of course Steel Glow, and Mega Gallade gets Sword Stance. And Carter in general has a very bulky team with not as much offense, so nothing offensive could deal with both of those threats. His most offensive mon was like Lars mentioned, it was Crocodile, which Bandit Crocodile doesn't deal with both of them. And so yeah, I think Carter didn't have the matchup advantage at all. And yeah, it seemed in the match as well, if you watch the match, then you could see the struggle versus the overpowering offensive core from Nacho.
Yeah, it still got so close because Carter got kind of a little sweep with Mega Dragonite going, but Nacho played it, had still Rhyperior at full health at the back to check Dragonite, so it wasn't able to clean the game for him.
Mega Dragonite confirmed, just saying.
Yeah. Did I say Mega Dragonite?
Yeah, you said Mega Dragonite.
Oh god damn it. Okay, but, yep.
Yeah, Carter tried to get a sweep going, just going for the win with Dragonite, but unfortunately Nacho had still a nice defensive Rhyperior in the back to take him down, to take him on. So yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much this battle, so we can finally get on to the last, which was J-Bro of the Orlando Helix versus Sasha of the Swansea City, or you call him Master Swift 2. And yeah, I think it's your turn again to talk about the battle.
Well, in general, I think the match was pretty good for either of them. I think J-Bro had the advantage because he had the Fall Corona, and I think Sasha didn't have the best counter or checks to set Fall Corona, but he did have threats of his own, of course, and one being Scizor. But unfortunately for him, Scizor got actually, I wouldn't say hacked because it wasn't Hex effect, but he got surprised by his Scizor, and that kind of rendered his Scizor useless. And that was a big game changer in the match. I don't know if you have anything to add on to that for now.
Yeah, like he got surprised because he pretty much got surprised by a critting Drapion, which J-Bro brought to the table with like a scope lens and sniper, and he got a Night Slash crit on Scizor, which he expected some kind of setup like Toxic Spikes or a Sword Stance or something like this, or a Taunt, and he switched in and then Scizor was so low he couldn't switch in again on Stealth Rocks, and yeah, after that the biggest threat on Sasha's side was gone. He tried to kill some stuff with Terrakion, but J-Bro of course had a counter in like Focus Sash, Arena Trap, Duck Trio, and yeah, after that it was pretty much it decided its game for J-Bro, and yeah, he played it very well till the end.
Yep, can definitely agree on that.
Yeah, that's all matches summed up. Now we can look at the current standings. Starting from the bottom, we have I think the standings aren't very surprising after the first week. I mean, the guy which won with the highest score is at the top. The guy which lost with the lowest score, is at the bottom. But we can still go over it. I think I will go over the first half. And we have at 12th place the Dance Arsenal, at 11th the Swansea City, 10th is Levurple FC, 9th Buffalo Bills, 8th Greenville Growlies, at 7th place the Knoxville Beartics.
You can continue because I don't have the picture.
Okay, I will just continue. At 6th place we have myself, the Borussia Dortmund. At 5th place the Texas Savage Taurus. 5th place VCU Reshiram. 3rd place FC Everton. The 2nd place goes to Orlando Helix, and at the top my fellow analysts here, Camber Zygarden.
Yo! Okay, I got the thing open right now, yes.
Yeah. Okay, now I got it open too. Like I said, we already had some other matches, like week 2 and week 3 is close to an end too, so the standings of course change, but we will hit you up with this the videos of these weeks on a later day.
Yep.
Hopefully soon.
And we also had an MVP race, the most valuable Pokemon, I guess. And that's basically the monster that get the most kills and the least deaths, like the best differential. And I will go for the number 10th. I guess the number 10th, well, not everything got a lot of kills, of course. So the current number 10 at that point was Drapion with just 1 kill. But the Drapion was the number 10. Salamence at number 9 with also 1 kill, 1 point differential. It got 2 kills and 1 death, of course. So at 8th, Reuniclus on my squad with a +2 differential. On 7th place is Landorus from Lars' team.
Yeah.
Also with a +2 differential. And Mega Alakazam from Lars' opponent, also with a +2 differential. And I guess Lars can wrap it up, the first 5?
Yeah, why not? At 5th place we have Nidoqueen of Zarks over here with 3 kills and 0 deaths, showing pretty much the power of even a defensive Nidoqueen, which still hits hard with a Life Orb. Didn't even have Life Orb in the battle, or was it Black Sludge?
No, it was a Life Orb.
Oh yeah, okay, then the power is reasonable. Next we got, like I said, probably the most offensive threatening mon in the whole meta, Kirumbi from the FC Everton with 2 free kills and 0 deaths. At 3rd place we have a Pokemon from mine again, Weavile, with 3 kills and 0 deaths. It was the MVP in the match for me too. At 2nd place we have Mega Altaria with 4 kills and 0 deaths. Like we already said, he pretty much could sweep Jake's team. And at 1st place we have Manaphy 2 with a +4 differential and 0 deaths. And yeah, he was the wall breaker on Nacho's team versus Carter, so that's pretty much why he got so many kills.
Yep.
But yeah, I think that's all we wanted to talk about this week. You can pretty much not especially expect us to come back for the next video. There may be another duo coming up for you. But yeah, you will definitely see me again, and if you want to see me already, you can check out my channel.
Yeah, we will have links to every channel in the description, of course.
Yeah.
So
the hidden advertisement is hidden. Yeah, every links are in the description, like our Twitter, the Twitter from the GPC, and all the. Check out the description. There are a lot of links. They are all great.
A lot of links. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it, and I say ciao.
Thank you and ciao.